Hey guys, so this is part 2 of the video. Obviously I filmed it all in Arron last week. Actually it was 2 weeks ago. But last week part 1 got put up. I filmed it all, realised it was like half hour long and went, nah, I need to split this into 2 parts. So I've kind of cut it halfway, put my ending, and so this is going to be jumping straight in with the programme. So yeah, I guess here goes. The Vampire Diaries. Oh, I love the Vampire Diaries. I was one that watched the first episode and went, nah, not going to get into this at all. And then I saw a lot of things on Facebook about it when it was in season 2, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. So I downloaded all the first and the second season, and watched them, and then got hooked. And literally, I absolutely love it now. So what's happening at the moment is, let's see, Kai is back from 1942 or whatever it is, alternate reality death kind of area. He came back shortly after Damon came back. Bonnie's still there, which made me cry in the mid-season finale when she was going to go back with Elena and Damon, and then they got pulled back, and Bonnie turned up and no one was there for her, and she just cried, and that nearly enough made me cry because I was like, that's so sad. So yeah, Kai's back. He wants to merge with I can't remember her name, the doctor woman who's going out with Rick, because they're like twins. They're due to merge, but he's kind of absorbed all of the power that was around Mystic Falls, so he's kind of a bit magic crazy at the moment. Obviously he kidnapped Elena and wants to test his magic on her until he can get a hang of it. Jo, that's her name. While she's trying to get the strength of her magic to beat him. Luckily Jeremy turned up, shot him with an arrow from his crossbow, and they've kind of got him down at the moment, and they kind of keep him like that until Jo can get a grip of her powers, and his power kind of dissipates because he can only absorb it, and then after a while it goes. So they're trying to keep him away from anything until his power drains, and then Jo can hopefully beat him. That's happening. Apparently Bonnie is going to come back. I think it's towards the end of the season, but she's going to have changed. All that time on her own and stuff, she's going to be different. And it's going to be the test to see if Damon and Bonnie's friendship was real and got like created while they were both there, and whether Damon's going to be the only one that could bring her back to the old Bonnie that we all know and love, because apparently she's different when she comes back, which you would be spending all that time on your own. And I'm kind of looking forward to the whole Damon Elena thing. They seem to be getting closer, which I'm glad, because obviously they had such a nice relationship, and Elena seems to really want that back. Obviously she got it wiped out of memory, so it's going to be a bit difficult, but I think she's trying, and that's good. Enzo, apparently there might be a little thing between him and Caroline, but I kind of want Caroline and Stefan to get together, so we'll see how that all pans out. But that's Vampire Diaries. And then 2 that haven't started yet is Nashville, which again I love. Last episode of that we saw Raina say no to Luke James on like the rehearsal dinner for their wedding. She went, I can't do this, because she still has really strong feelings for Deacon. That's never going to change. But we're going to see, I think we'll see where that ends up. I really want Scarlett and Gunnar to get together, because I think they're a perfect couple. And they just need to do it. Gunnar's found out that Micah isn't actually his, it's his brother's. So that's caused a massive hoo-ha. So yeah, I'm hoping him and Scarlett get back together, because when they sing together as well, it's beautiful. And obviously we just saw Juliet and Avery get married, which was a big twist, but I think that's good, because I think they're really good for each other. Juliet's had bad times, but now she's pregnant with his baby. I think it's good that they're together now. I think it's a really good, relationship and stuff. Sorry, I've got so many ideas coming through my head at the same time. The moment when he brought the wrong cot bed home, to hers, before they got married and stuff. I think it was maybe a few episodes before the end. That moment when she was just sat on the sofa recording this song and he brought it in. That song was beautiful. And I think if we can hear more stuff like that from her, it's going to be so good. Sadie, who's in Raina's music company, I don't know what to think of her. I think she's not a nice person. I think that's going to come out more as the season comes on. That's a personal thing. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't read anywhere that it is, but she just seems like she's not nice. She's just got this persona of being nice. So we'll see where that goes. Avery, I think, is writing songs for her, or with her, or at least doing his magic on them. I kind of want Scarlett, Gunnar and Avery to also have a band, because they nearly did, but Gunnar said he couldn't because of the kid, which is why I don't mean this in a racist way, the black girl, because I can't remember her name, left, who was going out with Gunnar. And Scarlett kind of filled in for her for this night they were doing. Gunnar said he can't because of Micah, but because that's not his, it's his brother's. I don't know where that's going to go. But Scarlett's kind of slightly getting her confidence back up about performing in front of people after her breakdown. So that's good, and I want to see where that goes. All round, it's kind of not happy at the moment. But we'll see what happens with that. I also hope Lennon and Maisie, which is the actresses' names, Raina's daughters anyway, get to do a record contract, but I hope it's not with I hope it's with Raina's contract, because I know the other guy, there's so many characters, Jeff, I think his name is trying to get them, he's trying to get on the mayor's good side so that he can sign his daughters, because he only needs one parent's permission. But I'm hoping Raina's going to do it, because I think otherwise a lot's going to go wrong there. Because I know that they really want to sing. And lastly, well, kind of, is Once Upon a Time. So we've just had the whole Frozen thing, which I loved, because I love Frozen. I love Once Upon a Time, and the fact that they managed to merge them was really, really cool. That all happened, but with consequences. They've all gone back now, everything's kind of happy. But Belle realised that Mr. Gold, Rumpelstiltskin, is not what she thought he was. Realised that he wasn't a good guy, as he went to crush Hook's heart, but then realised he couldn't, wondered why, and it's because Belle had found the real dagger that controlled him, because she found the thing that pointed to their greatest fear, or whatever it was, and obviously Rumpel's most fear was losing his power, not losing Belle. So Belle went, you know what, I'm going to use your dagger, walk across the line, and once you've crossed out with Storybrooke, you can't get back in. It's like a curse that's been put on, and it just basically disappears, but you still remember everything. So she made him walk across the line so that he was gone, and out of her life. And yeah, he went off and found there's Maleficent, Ursula and Cruella de Vil coming back in. He met up with Ursula at the end of the episode, and they went, right, let's go get the other two, which is going to be Cruella de Vil and Maleficent. So they're obviously going to team up as 4 bad guys and, I don't know, try and get back into Storybrooke. That's not going to be good, put it that way. Emma's kind of got a grasp of her powers now, which is good. I am loving Regina at the moment. I like her nice more than I do horrible. And I hope she does get a happy ending. I was gutted when Robin Hood had to walk across the line with Mariam and his son. that was sad, but hopefully now they might have a way to find the author of the book, which I still don't know who it's going to be. I have no idea about that, and rewrite it so that she has a happy ending. Yeah, so that's all kind of going well at the moment. So that was kind of the last. But I'm also watching Chuck at the moment, which was on a long time ago. It was all finished and stuff. There's 5 seasons. But I only watch that with my mum, so it's not a religious thing. It's just when we have evenings free, we go, should we stick a couple of episodes of Chuck on? So I'm on the final season at the moment, season 5. And we've just discovered that Sarah apparently has a baby that no one knows about, apart from evil bad guy who plays Ray in Arrow, which is why I can't think he can be good. But yeah, he knows Sarah has a baby. Chuck doesn't know. We didn't know. And the next episode, I think, is where we find out about how Sarah has this baby, and that's probably why she doesn't want kids now, because she has a fear the same thing is going to happen. I'm guessing due to her job, she had to leave her child. Whether it's still alive or not, don't know. Chuck doesn't have the intersect. His friend did, but they've suppressed it. It was a word I was trying to think of the other week. So now, like, no one has the intersect. I'm hoping Chuck's is going to come back, but because it's the final season, I don't think it will. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of going well. I think we're just interested to find out about Sarah and her baby now. Heroes, I've got 1 episode left to watch ever of season 4, because obviously they ran out of money and they didn't make season 5 or whatever it was. So I think I've got like 1 episode. I've got episode 9 to watch, and I think that's the last one. But yeah, that's they're at the carnival. That kind of thing's happening. There's not 1 episode left at all. I've got like half a season to watch. No, I used to watch it with my friends at uni, and we were trying to watch the whole of Heroes. But come like 3rd year, we started doing it, and then we got a life again. We got a social life, so we didn't watch it as much. But I just can't find the motivation to watch it. It was something I did with my uni friends, and I had the opportunity to watch it because I've got the DVDs. I can watch it, but it's getting that motivation to do it, I suppose. And Charmed, I started watching again from the beginning because I watched all of Buffy from start to finish. Because I never actually saw it finished. I think where I got up to when I used to watch it back in the day, God, that makes me feel old, was when she, instead of Dawn, she jumped off that ledge into the portal thing which closed it and died. And that's where I got up to, not knowing that Willow was going to go all hell-bent, witch, crazy, evil. They were going to bring Buffy back from the dead 3 times or whatever. Or twice. No, they brought it back 3 times, I think. Twice. I'm thinking of the musical episode. She says she's died twice, so you do the math. My brain hurts. Yeah, so they brought her back after she had actually passed on, gone to heaven and stuff, and they brought her back, so she was kind of a bit not herself. Got her back, she's another Spike, blah 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 blah. And it kind of ended with the whole of Buffy Town, Somerville, being destroyed, sinking into itself. But that kind of relived my youth when I used to watch Buffy as it was on TV. And I loved it. The musical episode, which is season 6, episode 7, is my favourite of all time. It will continue to be. I love musical episodes. Supernaturals wasn't quite what I expected it to be. But yeah, so I've started watching Charmed from the start to the finish now. I'm on season 7. Penny from Big Bang Theory hasn't come into it yet, if that helps if you watch it. Leo is an avatar, and in the last episode I watched, the avatar's kind of did a spell where he'd live out if he told the witches what happened and how it would go. And he told them, they kind of came around to the idea, but Paige's wannabe boyfriend, who's that police officer who's hell-bent on killing the avatars, when he found out, he tried to kill Leo, and I think it resulted in Piper being killed or something, or them all dying or something, and then they went back and reversed the whole of time so that never happened. So he's trying to find out how to break the news that he's an avatar without everyone dying, because they're not going to like it. And yeah, so I don't watch that the set time. It's kind of always there if I want to watch it. Like, I remember I write down what episodes I want. This is how I know what TV programs I watch. See if I can focus it. There you go. I basically write down what episode I'm on and what date it comes out. So I know what episode of Charmed I'm on, so I can catch back into that at any point. But yeah, that's kind of one that I just need to get the motivation for, but I have it a lot more for that than I do for Heroes, because I've made their own choice to watch that from the start to the finish. So, yeah, that was part 2. That's all the programs I watch. Again, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, comments down below about these lot of programs, and comment, like I said, anything you want to note on these programs, anything even from last week. I mean, if you want to put that on last week's video, that's fine, or this one, I don't mind. Like I said, I read all comments, I answer all comments, because I only have like 6 subscribers at the moment. Please do subscribe, please. And yeah, like, comment any programs you want me to watch, anything you want me to review, any video suggestions, because I kind of go, what can I do? And yeah, I never can always think of videos to do. So any suggestions from you guys about what things you'd like to see would be a great help. I tried to see if I could do a gaming video, but I don't have the equipment to do it. I don't really want to buy it because I don't know if it's actually going to take off. I don't have a game capture card, which is what you need. So I can't film the gameplay unless I film it with a camera. Now I can't do it with my phone because my phone doesn't have enough memory. Because I want to film it and obviously film me kind of commentary kind of thing. So I tried filming it with my camera, which I did my vlog on. Obviously that's really not good quality. So when I watched it back, the game quality was like awful, and I don't want to upload that because although you kind of can see what's going on, I want it to be good quality. So if you want me to do gaming, let me know, but if you can find any ways I could do it without having to buy a game capture card would be great, because I don't really want to be forking out hundreds of pounds, dollars, euros, whatever you use, for a game capture card when I might not be able to do it that often with my new job, and if it's not going to take off as well, because I don't want to waste too much money. But yeah, so that's the end of video 2. Let me know again in the comments everything I've just been talking about, and I will see you next week for another video. I will probably post in the description of this one what I'm doing. I might not, because I might not have an idea what I'm doing. So if there's nothing saying what I'm going to do next week, it's because I don't have an idea. But by the time it gets to it, I will have an idea. Yeah.